The night the book club vanished, a fine rain glazed the windows, obscuring the world beyond the chatter and the scent of lemon pound cake. Rachel refilled her friend's wine glasses with practiced poise, her hands steady, even as Mary nattered about page 17's cryptic foreshadowing in the month's pick, a thriller about a homebound mother haunted by shadows. How quaint, Rachel thought. None of those women, caught in the warp of suburbia's soft routines, realized who among them was most apt, most suited for unspeakable acts. It was always Rachel's house. No one questioned her offer to host the freshly painted baseboards, the glimmering kitchen, the exclusion of clutter. If, weeks prior, she'd let hints drop about a stranger seen loitering 2 blocks down, about muffled footsteps in her backyard late at night, well, everyone knew. The neighborhood Facebook group thrashed with rumors. Mary said Rachel was perceptive, that she should write a book instead of just reading them. Rachel smiled and didn't contradict her. Between games of charades and bites of cake, beneath the sheen of domestic perfection, Rachel watched each guest for signs of suspicion. They laughed, spilled crumbs, confided about their children, their secret worries, so trusting, so certain tragedy always struck somewhere else. After all, Rachel had woven whatever dread they felt like a tapestry around a ghost, the faceless stranger, the fictional stalker she invoked in whispers and text threads. First, the lights flickered, Amy muttered about old wiring, the room shivered with anticipation. The next instant, darkness fell, and Rachel moved quickly, slipping into the familiar calm she imagined soldiers must feel, the clarity before the first gunshot. In the confusion, she guided the women, one by one, into the pantry. Her voice was soothing, her touch gentle, her promises absolute. Some didn't even scream. When dawn came, Rachel was alone, cleaning blood and broken glass under a cold, blanching light. She called the police, her voice trembling, spinning the stalker's story with perfect practiced terror. There had been someone, he'd stalked them for months. She'd seen him at the window just before the blackout. Her eyes filled with tears as officers searched for evidence she herself had planted. Muddy footprints, a torn jacket snagged on the back fence, anonymous notes she'd slipped through her own mail slot. Days passed, neighbors sent casseroles and heartfelt cards. Reporters peered through hedges, seeking heartbreak or guilt. In Rachel's pale, listless composure, she told the story again and again, her voice growing hoarser, her sleep thinner. But as the days bled into weeks, Rachel's pulse raced. In the dead hours of midnight, she'd hear the floorboard creak, glimpse a shape shifting beyond the sliding glass door, see her own reflection watching her from the blackened windows, a shape just beyond the reach of memory, patient and persistent as guilt. Rachel realized her monstrous fiction had taken root. A seed sprouted in shadow. The stalker was her story, but now, sometimes, when she blinked between waking and sleep, she saw him standing at the edge of her bed. She dared not breathe. Did she invent him, or had she, by believing so fiercely in his existence, invited something into her home to haunt what remained?